Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Well, thank you for joining us here for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Morgan Wrigley.
And I'm Joe Ellison. Now, it's Friday, so we're going to get straight to the weather for you because, Zach, it looks like this weekend it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. True fall weekend ahead of us. We've still got to get through our Friday. Today's the transition day as the front works through. Mid-80s expected for northwest Arkansas. River Valley a little warmer, up near 90 degrees. But again, the weekend looks amazing. Temperatures in the 70s, up to around 80 degrees in the River Valley. Today, we can't roll out a few spotty showers, especially south of I-40. That'll have the best chance. Few pop-up showers possible. Northwest Arkansas, 10-20% chance there. We'll go 20 to 30% chance as we get into the River Valley. Again, more late afternoon, early evening for our southern half. Northerly winds are filling in as we go through the afternoon and evening hours. This is what will drive in that cooler air for us as we head into the weekend. Gusts today about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Saturday morning, temperatures into the 50s to the north, near 60s across the River Valley. Saturday afternoon, 70s northwest Arkansas, 70s to 80 in the River Valley. Northeast breeze 5 to 15 miles per hour. Low humidity by Sunday morning, ladies. We'll see 40s and 50s northwest Arkansas, 50s in the River Valley.
Thanks, Zach. Well, a propane business in Gans, Oklahoma turned into a crime scene after 2 employees were murdered there.
Now it's torn down. Stephen Southward, the CEO of the company, says with such a painful tragedy at that location, the best way to move forward was to demolish it.
He says they're not sure yet if they'll build a new building at that location or somewhere else in the city, but they are committed to staying in Gans and honoring the 2 employees.
As a propane company, we're about fueling people, giving them light and warmth and everything else they need that propane is associated with. And that's what we continue to plan on doing, both for our customers and really in memory of Tara and Taylor.
Stacy Lee Drake is the suspect charged with the murder of the 2 employees, Tara Underwood and Taylor Sharp.
Now, after the double murder, Stacy Drake led police on a multi-day manhunt.
Ultimately, he was found in Morrilton, Arkansas, and when that happened, police learned there was much more to his crime spree than they thought.
They discovered that he was the suspect in 2 other murders before this, another murder out of Oklahoma, and he had a warrant out for his arrest in Alabama for murder. Drake has several court dates coming up, and the prosecutor has yet to decide if the state will seek the death penalty. Well, as a reminder, Arkansas has vaccine requirements for school-aged children. The deadline is October 1st to get children fully vaccinated or opt out of immunization by submitting an application to the state for approval.
Either way, proof of vaccination or the exemption must be submitted to schools by October 1st. School districts across the state of Arkansas are facing the question about their phone-free policies.
Yeah, some argued against the policies in case of emergencies, and it's become a bigger concern in light of the Georgia school shooting that happened back on Wednesday.
5 News reporter Jose Carranza talked to a local superintendent about safety in a phone-free classroom.
Safety is top of mind for parents and educators after the shooting that took place at Appalachia High School.
Our hearts go out to that community. We are thinking about them. It's obviously a concern for any school district, any teacher, any parent in the country when they see those things.
Fort Smith Superintendent Terry Morowski explains the district has worked to keep this issue away from their students.
Over the last 5 years, we've done quite a few things. Had some major capital investments, some major dollars spent on that, and then also staffing related to that.
Those include an access control system monitoring who comes in and out. They've also implemented an AI system to detect weapons. The district is also one of the first to establish a district police department consisting of 14 officers, a dispatch department, and leadership. Yet, one of the changes that has faced questions is the restriction of devices in classrooms. Fort Smith Public Schools is one of those, running a pilot program using Yonder pouches at Ramsey and Kimmons.
So that they could focus on their learning and the instruction that's happening in the school and be less focused on receiving text messages, updating social media, and things like that during class.
The decision's got mixed reactions from parents, especially in the case of an emergency. The superintendent tells me that the school would communicate directly with parents in emergency situations.
Communication from a lot of sources can be chaotic and confusing, and even sometimes communication systems are not functioning in those times too. So we would, through our district sources, through the school, communicate with families about what needed to happen next.
Morowski says, though, that there may be a way for children to contact their family.
The student's actually able to keep the phone on them, but it's locked in a magnetic pouch. So if they need it in an emergency, something like that, it can be unlocked for them.
Borowski says the district is still working through the logistics as the pouches arrive in October. In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Jose Carranza, 5 News.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday.
Now remember, you can always find the latest news and weather at 5newsonline.com. Have a great weekend.